Soot blast. Dang.
What is up, everybody? So welcome back. I'm showing you today how to put your gauges in. I'm showing you instead of stalling it because I don't know where the heck my footage went. So disclaimer, I lost my footage of my install, so I'm just going to be going in detail about how to put them in, and I'll show you everything so that you can at least put it in your truck. So let's get in. All right, so I got GlowShift gauges. I have my EGT, I have my boost, and I have my oil temperature. So we'll start off in here. So my A-pillar was broken, so I just kind of put it behind the weather strip and had my C-lead fold down because it broke and I didn't want to wait. Okay, so pretty much for every single gauge, the wire that goes in the engine bay goes in the bottom right one. And then the power cord goes in the top left for every single one of them. And then for every single orange wire that comes out of these three, you hook together. So there's the three different wires right here that go to each of the gauges. But you can see how all the white are going into one, all the red, all the black, and all the orange go into one. You hook them all up and you crimp them together. You get one wire. This doesn't come with the kit, at least for mine. And you hook it up to the other end of that. So for the orange is optional. You do not have to put the orange in. But to put the orange in, you need to pop this trowel bezel thingy off. So start from over here, take that Phillips out, make sure you do that. And then you can just start pulling it off. I mean, you can get a little bit of a handle right here. So pull right here, pull right here. Try to pull right here. You might have to get your steering wheel and put it all the way down. That helps. And then just keep popping it off. That was already there before I did it, but good thing I didn't crack it even more. So you can get to this. And then there is 3 or 4 Phillips screws in that. You just take it off, get a continuity tester or circuit tester, whichever they're called, I don't know. And you pull this out. And if it doesn't have power when this is pushed in, but it has power when it's pulled out to the first or second click, then splice into that wire. That's what I did. My gauge is dim on the first pull. They only dim 30%. I wish they dimmed like 50% in the nighttime because you don't need them that bright in the nighttime. It's like even more dramatic because it's night, but they are fantastic during the daytime. So for the black one, your black is your ground. So your black, hook all of them together and then you put one wire at the end of it and then you run it down to a ground. I'll show you where I grounded mine. Right there. Routed all my wires from the engine bay by the hood cable right there. Routed them up right through there, came up here and then right there. And then for the red one, you want to take this red one, obviously have all your reds hooked up. You take this red one and bring it down to a 12-volt source that is not consistent, because if it is consistent, it's going to be on all the time and it's probably going to drain your battery. So I put it in the number 2 slot in my fuse box. You can get this at your local parts store, or GlowShift sells them on their website. This is my red wire, comes down, crimps it, butt connected on that, goes to the fuse. And then for the yellow wire, my yellow wire is my white wire, which is a constant power, always on. I put that in my number 1 slot, it looks like. I just kind of put the wire in and then push the fuse in. So that isn't in like super legit, but it works. I didn't have another fuse like that because it wouldn't fit in there. But you can get just one of these guys, just smaller to fit in one of these, and then find a constant 12-volt source coming from there so you can do it. And the constant 12-volt source, I'm pretty sure it's so you can save your colors and save your warning spots and everything. I don't know how to save the colors, but I have set up my warning spot on too much boost and stuff. Not that, I mean, I have a race truck or anything, but you know, just for fun. And then for the engine bay. Okay, so as you can see, I ran all of them through right there. And then I ran all of them up to this rubber cover thing. And then for my EGT, that's my EGT. I drilled it right there. You drill it, you tap it. For me, I just drilled it in one hole. In GlowShift's video, they drill a small hole, a bigger hole, a bigger hole, a bigger hole until they get up to this one. I just drilled straight in, but that's for that one. You slide that in, tighten that up, then it doesn't come out. And then for my oil temperature gauge, you can take that 1/8, I think it's 1/8 cap dealio off right there and then just thread this right in. And then for mine, the cord that GlowShift provided me was not long enough, so I had to get a little extension. So I just put it on the heater line. Haven't had any issues with it melting or anything like that. For these, I didn't have like waterproofing ends, so I just put some silicone in there. Working for me so far. If I have any issues, I'll let you know, but it's been good so far. And then I just put some electrical tape around these so it's not touching this, giving me any kind of issues, or touching each other and giving me any kind of issues. This is just bare metal on these. It's not covered like these. And then I just ran that up through the firewall as well. And then for the boost gauge, you want to take your air horn off. These are all 10 millimeters. Take these two off, and these two off, and this one off, and this one off. You take those off. I routed mine. This one right here goes back down here. That boost elbow is for the AFC Live. This boost elbow, I had to go to Home Depot and get this boost elbow. Well, it's not like you go to Home Depot and you say, hey, I need a boost elbow. They're not gonna know what the heck you're talking about. Just go in, find an elbow, or auto parts store should work, I think. But the length of that wouldn't fit just coming straight out, like not even close. So get an elbow, or get one from GlowShift, or get one from Power Driven Diesel, something like that. Local parts store, they should all have it. So get that, thread it in, use Teflon tape. I routed it back so it was cleaner. Although it was a little bit tough, because when you have your end wrench in there, it can get a little bit tight, but it's really not too bad. Crap, I think that's a 19 millimeter. I think that's an 11. I wish I knew for 100%. That is all the routing. And if yours is broken, like mine, you can do the same thing I'm doing. So I just have mine, just kind of push it in there. That's how mine's sitting in there. This is a little bit trashy, but you know, that was clean. Anyway, that's the gauges. All of them have been working fantastic. It has been working great for me. This one I had issues with in the beginning, but that's because I put it in, and this screen right here, you can twist it, and when you twist it, it messes with these buttons. So it might, when you push a button in, it might be really dull, or it might stick. So you don't want it to stick, because it was like this, and it would just hold it, and then that crap would happen, and it was just super confusing. It was like, oh my gosh. But I'll have a video on how you set these up, and how you set your low and high warnings, and all the stuff you need to know to operate those in another video. All right, so I hope that was useful. If you have any questions about that installation or anything, leave a comment down below. Be sure to like the video, press the subscribe button, turn on post notifications so you get notified every time I upload a video, which is Monday at 8 AM if you're wondering. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.